Okay, so don't get a whole lot of time to do vlogging. The issue is all the projects I'm working on require me to have time at home to work on them. And I still gotta work and get other stuff done. So I'm gonna take you with me on my repairs. Because why not? But I know how you're supposed to be, like, if you're consistent with like one type of thing, and that's how you get all the different followers. But you know, the whole point, especially with somebody like me who has ADD, like, I can't just do one thing. I'm not a one-trick pony. Okay, so there's the old pump I replaced. I put in this one, and I did all new wiring into the box there. The issue is right here, there wasn't enough meat on here to get the new plumbing onto this. I do have a neat little tool that can drill this out on the inside, but the problem is that this, I couldn't get the bit in there because this is so thick on the edging. So I was trying to cut pieces out of it so I can kind of take away this part of it, because it's just, the plumbing is just too thick. So there's something else was in here, but in so doing I ended up just breaking the valve here because everything's just so brittle from the sun. So that means I've got to replace this whole thing, which means most likely, you know, honestly, I'm just going to probably replace it up to this point here. Put a sleeve on here, and that's pretty much it. I might move this over a bit so I can have it sitting over here, because that would be better. So we'll just go ahead and see if I can find a decent spot to set this camera down at and do a time lapse. Standard settings, I think so. Time of day. No, we'll make it run now because it needs to run. But that's it. Anyways, got a new valve there. Some new plumbing there. New plumbing going across there. You saw me digging in here because this seems suspiciously loose. Not anymore, but so I thought there was like a broken coupler down there. That ended up not being the case. Nothing's wrong. So that's it. We'll get the booster going. We replaced these a few months ago. I think I put in a booster pump. I think I put that in like a couple years ago, or at least a year ago. Maybe? I don't know. It looks like one that I would put in. I'd have to look back on the work order and double check it. But that's it. Putting in this guy. It's right here because we came to do a filter clean and there was a lot of issues with that, and it just became more cost effective to just put in a whole new unit and kind of get away from the DE garbage and put in a cartridge system here. My main issue though is this ground. And there's really not, I don't have anything to bring it up because everything's like, I don't know if you can really see it from the camera, but it's super tilted, pointing down towards the pump right there. So the other one was just sitting here leaning like the Tower of Giza or whatever it's called. Tower of Pizza, Tower of Cheesa. So I'm considering, it's not the most ideal thing to do. Look how terrible this thing is. Look, how crazy is that? Luckily, none of the electrical is plugged in for this, but you could just see inside the motor. It's so rusted out. This is a water feature pump. Or actually, you know what? This might go to the spa, honestly. So that doesn't work. That's the blower motor down there, and that thing's all rusted to hell and back. Also doesn't work. The heater itself also doesn't work, but we're not replacing any of that stuff. We're just gonna get a filter in here. The main pump, which is a single speed, unfortunately, no variable, so that uses a lot of electricity, but that's fine. At least we're gonna get some cartridges in here. The booster pump works for the booster sweep, so we're good there. So we have just enough here to have a functioning system. But yeah, so let's get that guy in. Let's do another, I'll do another time lapse here. I'm not sure if I finished my thought here, but ideally I want it to be here where the old filter was, but this is just not possible. This would all have to be jackhammered out. There's wiring, or the I forgot what that's called, but it's all in the cement. This has to be jackhammered out, have to be evened out, something else put here, and that's not something I'm doing. I'm only here to install the equipment, but I also don't want it to be tilting and leaning. So it's flat on this side of the pump in the front of it, so I think we're just gonna have to cut things and go that way with it. It's not ideal, but it'll work. It keeps everything behind this fence, so it's still covered away from the pool and out of sight. It's not the best spot, unfortunately. Not proud of having to put it there, but when you have no choice, you got no choice. So we do what we do. So that's gonna be pretty much it. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stuff like that. So as long as nobody has a problem with watching me work, then I don't have a problem showing it to you, because that's pretty much the majority of my days is out there working and doing stuff. And it's hard to do videos about other things when all I'm doing is working. So I can show videos of me working. Carry on.